I was just training. I was squatting. I was getting ready to do my second rep, and I felt like a little weird in my back. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rack it. I'm gonna call it a day. Unracked the. I stripped all the weight off, and I went home. And then the next day, I couldn't move, and I went to a bunch of doctors afterwards, and nobody could, tell me what to do. I got shots in my back. I had stem cells. I had PRP shots. I did that multiple times. They wanted to fuse my back, like literally like my entire back. Um, I've been through, I don't know, 5 or 6 different physical therapists. Man, recently, after I can't even remember all the things, honestly, that I've been through with like help and stuff like that. But I couldn't walk for more than 8 steps. I remember counting them. I couldn't take more than 8 steps
Oh my
without
gosh.
like falling over. Eventually, I just, all right, take 10 steps and then take 12 steps and then take 14 steps. And I did it over and over and over. And it took about a year for me to learn to and build up to walk again. And then I started doing my own little rehab. I started finding my way around my own body again, like I did when I was a kid. And I kind of built myself up to the point where it was okay. I can walk, I can move around. I still can't pick anything up. I couldn't put my shoes on by myself, but now I need somebody else's help. And I finally found a doctor here in Pennsylvania where they told me about RFA. It's a radio frequency ablations. They basically
Hmm.
kill the nerves in your back certain nerves in your back. And that has helped me quite a bit for everyday pain. So I can move around without being in a high level of pain. I'm still in pain. Every joint in my back is arthritic. My neck is completely arthritic. It has to do with something with genetics. We don't know, but it's not the weights, because if it was the weights, it would be, my shoulders, my elbows, everything else would be. And it was my back was like this before I even touched the weight. I'm sure the weight exacerbated it,
I might push
I
back
think
against it. Do you think it made it worse, or do you think it made it better?
I think it made it better while I was doing it. I think
Hmm.
it may have. I think the bench with the crazy arching may have like maybe affected the facet joints a little bit more in my lower back. But on the other hand, I think that the lifting actually strengthened the discs. I think it made the discs like stiffer and harder, so they wouldn't like, because people that don't work out and don't lift strength train, their discs are kind of like more pliable,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
that's how they herniate them a lot easier. The annulus and stuff like that is softer. People that strength train, it's a much harder material.
Yeah, that fibrosis part of the annulus is much more fibrous, isn't it?
Right, right. It adapts, so it gets stronger, it gets stiffer, and I think that's what happened to me, because my disc height in a lot of them is still pretty good. So, but it's just the facet joints that are bad. And yeah, so that's kind of like more the genetic thing. So it kind of sucks. But after that injury, like I didn't walk for 6 months. I was just screaming in pain for forever. There was nothing. They injected me with everything and under the sun. And, after a while, you're like, just put a bullet in my head, because I, you know, literally 24/7 a day, the most insane pain you could think of. That's what it was. And there's no relief from it. So,
It's it's the lack of relief more than the pain itself that gets you in the end.